Well, thank you all for being here today. My name is Gerald Childress. I am the Chief of Police here at the Kings Mountain Police Department. With me today is Captain Lance Hambrick. He supervises our Criminal Investigations Unit. He was also the incident commander of the search that was conducted today. Back in April of 2021, Angela Burris went missing. And since that time, we have been diligently trying to follow up on any kind of leads that come into the police department on her whereabouts or any kind of information that would lead us to finding her. Several months ago, we were able to develop some additional leads that actually led us to the area which we searched today. A lot of coordination had to be put into play for this search, and we were able to do that this morning off of Lake Montonia Road. What led us to that area, obviously, you know, technology increases and changes over time, and we were able to develop some pinpoint areas of potentially her last known location, and that was the area of our focus today. We basically searched roughly 18 to 20 acres. We had about 40 to 50, I'll list everybody who assisted us today, but had about 40 or 50 searchers on the ground, as well as about 5 cadaver dogs, and we searched about 18 to 20 acres. Due to the heat, we were able to cover that ground pretty quickly, started early, cover that ground pretty quickly, and called it here just about an hour ago. I can tell you that, again, due to the rough terrain, took a little bit of time, but we were able to recover a lot of bone fragments. We have been able to, actually on scene, we were able actually to identify those as animal remains. So unfortunately, we're not able to tell you today that we have recovered any kind of human remains from that. But we are still trying to follow up on any kind of leads that the public may have. Again, anybody with information on the whereabouts of Ms. Burris or what may have happened to her back in April of 2021, please contact us and let us know. This is some people say, well, this is a cold case. Not necessarily. We're still trying to follow up on anything that's been provided for us. I do want to thank all of my detective division and patrol division who assisted in this search, as well as the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation played an instrumental role in the new information that was provided to us about this location. Also want to thank Cleveland County Sheriff's Office and also the Gaston County Emergency Management, Lincoln County Emergency Management and their Sheriff's Office. They did a great job coming out, and a phenomenal team with the searching, and as well as our local Kings Mountain Fire Department. Just a little bit more information. This still is a missing persons case, and we are working diligently again to locate Ms. Burris. That's about the overall gist of what I'd like to say today, but if you have any questions, I will definitely try to answer those.
Is there anything in your investigation that you believe that her death is suspicious?
Well, we haven't really, it's assumed that she has passed. We haven't really ruled that as a homicide or an investigation to that degree. Obviously, someone who's been missing this long without any kind of use of credit cards or identifying something of information or something like that would lead us to believe that she is still living. We're just working it still as a missing persons case. So again, we're asking the public if they know anything to come and let us know. We're always looking at new leads and trying to find new avenues to search.
So to be clear, it's a missing person. We're not looking for a body. We're saying missing person.
It's as long as it's been 3 years, in the last known location of her pinpoint location, due to the area. I mean, we're certainly not ruling out the possibility that she had wandered off and got lost and may have met her demise at that point. We do not know, but we're still working it as a missing persons case.
Is there any details or information you can share before she went missing, as far as state of mind, you know, and then anything as far as who reported her missing? Does she have any mental health issues? Anything that we can add?
I'm not aware of any information such as that. I was not here at the time when she went missing as the chief of police, but do you have any information that of her status at the time?
No, she was, at the time she went, sorry. At the time that she went missing, there was no indication of any kind of mental health situation or anything like that. Other than that, it is still an open investigation, so I don't want to say exactly too much, but there's nothing that indicates any kind of mental health whatsoever.
Anything to indicate foul play? Are you guys looking at people in any kind of way? Do you feel like?
We're looking at every angle that we can from this, so we're not going to. As today, when the searchers came out, they pretty much said we turned over every leaf in this area, looking, and that's kind of how we're going to do it on the investigative side, is turn over every stone that we can. So I can't rule that out, but I can't confirm that right now.
Chief, you mentioned new technology you guys used today. Can you walk us through what you used?
I rely on my partners with the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. We spoke prior to the briefing, and to actually elaborate on that, it's probably not in the best interest of an investigation part, but I can tell you that technology is always evolving. DNA, for instance, DNA is always evolving. New technology, new DNA, new ways of investigating. So we're always looking for new avenues to follow. This was something that came to us. A fresh set of eyes always is what we try to get, a fresh set of eyes to look at a case. And with the fresh set of eyes and new technology that's out there, we were able to, again, have a more fine point of a last known contact area for her. And that's, again, what led us to that area.
In the press release, you guys said that she was last seen in 2021 getting into a passenger vehicle. Any indication of whose car she was getting into?
And do you want to comment?
Yeah, no, we've searched every lead we can on that. We have no indication at this point of that passenger vehicle. It's one of the things we want to ask the public if anybody has more information on that. But every lead that we have, there was no identifying features on the vehicle, just a black in color passenger vehicle. So it's one of the things that we're asking the public's help for, and continuing to ask for help is, anybody know who that might be, or who that is, or anything like that. So, but no, nothing else. From everything we did was try to follow the leads to get that identified, but we have not so far.
And she's a mom and a grandmother as well, right?
Correct, she is. Yes.
And how many searchers did you say? 5 cadaver dogs and?
Yeah, so 5 cadaver dogs, close, I would say 40 to 45 actual ground searchers and investigators with the SBI and the Kings Mountain Police Department also on the scene, and then probably 10 to 12 support for this whole operation. So altogether 50 to 60 personnel for this operation.
So what's next now? You guys kind of are you guys planning to go back to that same area to search again, or is that lead dry now, or?
So, like I just said a little bit ago, the searchers came out of the woods and said that we turned every leaf that we could in this area. So we don't have any plans to go back into that area, but we are going to continue to look at other leads, other places within the general area. As anything comes available and comes into us, we will search it down, but and look into anything.
What's your message to her family at this point? I mean, 3 years is a long time, and I know a day like today can dig up a lot of emotion. What would you want them and other community members to know? She's
always, Ms. Burris is always on our minds, and her family as well. We, again, we do case review every month, and she is part of our case review that we talk about. Are there any new leads? Working with our partners with the SBI, you know, we're a lot of times in these cases, you know, we're relying on the public to come and tell us, hey, yeah, I did see her with this person, or, you know, give us information that we could go on. But to the message to the family is that she's always part of our review. We are always trying to find new leads, and the best thing that I can do is make a phone call and tell the family that she's been located where they have closure. Hopefully that's a good message that I can relay, but oftentimes in these cases it's not always a good message. But to provide the closure for the family and to this investigation is a priority for us, most definitely.